What is up, guys, and welcome to episode number 94. It's Brian Fisher, and this is Just Tap Tasting, where we taste some beers here at the Wilkie that we've just tapped. And today we've got a new brewery, as we do here on the show. This is from Newburgh Brewing Company. They're out of Newburgh, New York, which is also in the Hudson Valley region. We've had some other on the show recently, and in the past, the Hudson Valley's killing it. Newburgh started back in 2012. They made over 50 different styles of, or 50 different iterations of beer. Not necessarily 50 different styles, but they do the classics and then they get weird with it too. Today we got a classic here on the show. This is their award-winning brown. I think it's got a 99 on Beer Advocate. We'll link that up down below, but 99 by the editors of Beer Advocate. And so that's a pretty awesome award, if you will, and rating. 99 out of 100, so serious beer. And I think it's really cool when you can get that high of a rating on a classic style. And so there's different interpretations of the brown ale. One of my favorite browns out there is Bell's Best Brown. But this one is kind of the other end of the spectrum. The Bell's Best Brown, the alcohol is a little higher, and it's actually lighter in color, a little bit sweeter. Whereas they're going after more of a London style brown. In England, they tend to like their beer is much more sessionable, maltier than some of the American counterparts. You know, you got an American brown, sometimes like hops are just soaring through. Not the case here with this style. So it's really sessionable, malty, light on the sweetness, a lot of roasty quality, and this one's coming in at 4.2% alcohol. So definitely on the lower side, super crushable, award-winning. Color-wise, I mean, it's kind of a ruby dark brown, darker than, if you cover it up, it almost kind of looks like it could be a stout, which is kind of interesting when you don't let the light through. So it's a pretty dark for a brown ale, but that's intentionally so. They're using some really dark malts, which I believe is probably going to show up on the palate. But let's see what happens to the nose. Sometimes you really got to get your schnoz up in there. I mean, you get roasty kind of like bitter coffee kind of aromas coming off on the nose. A little like hint of chocolate and toffee. Nothing really sweet, more like roasty, dry aromas on the nose, which makes sense for what we're just talking about from like a London style brown ale. When we think brown ales and London style beer, sometimes we think of like ESBs, extra special bitter. English style bitter, that's up for debate, right? But yeah, so this is a London style brown, 4.2% from Newburgh. Let's give it a taste. So it starts off with a lot of like that bitter kind of coffee, but like not bitter from hops. I'm getting like bitter like coffee, like and dark chocolate, and then it kind of just dissipates out to a little bit of like toffee sweetness, and it's just delightful. And like I'm not overwhelmed. I want to go back for more. Obviously 4.2%. I feel like this is a brown ale that you could like. Sessionable. You could sit down and, some brown ales and darker style beers in general, you just one and done. No, this is like grab a 6-pack and have a good time. So yeah, Newburgh is new for us in Bed-Stuy here at the Wilkie, and we're super excited about bringing in some other stuff from them and the delicious beer that they're making. I think this is a great place to start. It's also a great place to start when you come in and grab a beer here at the Wilkie. We'll have it on for a little bit longer, and you should come give it a try. Question of the day. I want to know what your favorite classic style beer is. Like classic. So let's narrow it down. Let's go to Europe. Let's go to Belgium. Out of those, the European region, so German, Belgian, London, there's a whole bunch of classics. There's a whole bunch of styles that are often sought after from an American brewing tradition to replicate. I want to know what that classic OG, old world, classic style is for you. What's your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. If you're a big fan of brown ales, be sure to hit the like button. If you're a big fan of me and this hoodie, share it with your friends. I don't know. You know, we're just getting back in the flow of things. Come get in the flow. Flowing's good. The beer's flowing. Cheers.